Let me tell you guys something. If I see one more sad Nagi edit on my For You page, I'm gonna geek! A young man is not used to feeling that much emotions in one day. What's going on, everyone? Blue Lock Chapter 302 has officially been released, and let me just say, I have never cried or related more to any manga character. Nagi Seishiro, you were truly a real one. Before we get into today's chapter overview though, if you're someone who enjoys staying up to date with Blue Lock or just want to support the channel, please take a moment to click that subscribe button, drop a like and comment, and feel free to join my community Discord down in the description. I do have a little question though for my loyal homies, so if you'd like to skip ahead to the start of the chapter, feel free using this video's timestamps. Anyways, I've recently been thinking about ways to do different content that would be more personable to me, and obviously Facecam's a good start, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, but I wanted to know if you guys would be interested in me streaming the leaks every Monday, to then upload an edited version of that stream as a reaction video. Please just drop a comment below with your thoughts, and I really appreciate y'all's time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let me just warn you now, you might want to have some tissues ready. Chapter 302 starts with an outside view of Nagi's apartment. The trees have blossomed now, showing the time that has passed since he left for Blue Lock. We hear his alarm clock going off before we cut inside to see Nagi still half asleep. He smacks the alarm off and slowly gets up, drooling onto his bed for an amazing parallel to episode Nagi chapter 1, page 1. The only difference is that Nagi now has a six-pack and is big as hell. He sits up like a vampire waking from a coffin and pokes his cactus chokey to jolt himself awake from the pain. He looks over at his school uniform but doesn't look too excited to start his third year, which makes him all the more relatable. What Japanese or American kid wants to wake up at 6 to 7 AM and go do physics, cause it sure as shit was not me. Anyways, we then cut to inside of the high school where everyone's crowding around, shouting about how the Nagi Seishiro from Blue Lock TV is here. People are yapping about how cool his goals in him are and ask to sit near him, but one girl actually goes on to ask about Reo. Shorty basically hit him with the "I'm so hungry I could eat Reo mikage" as if he wasn't about to crash out over this. A guy interrupts her initially to ask if Nagi's going pro, but the girl repeats her question about Reo over and over as if she doesn't have a phone, $4 of data, and $5 fucking to subscribe to Blue Lock TV. Nagi though just stands up and says it doesn't matter because it's all over. The guy reminds him about his pro offer, but Nagi cuts him off and says he's had enough. We then see an outside shot of the school and the ball, with Nagi saying he's done with football for good. Later in class, Nagi's teacher starts talking about how they're third-year students and need to think about the future. Nagi, however, is as usual asleep behind a book, and as we see him wake up, he says he's hungry and pulls out a snack from his desk. His hating-ass teacher sadly comes over though and takes his bread away as the class laughs. But hey, I don't know anyone else in that high school who scored a 5-stage volley or is worth millions. Do you? Exactly. We then see Nagi on the school rooftop playing a game on his phone. He loses, but he doesn't seem to care too much as he must be cheating. There's no other explanation. Throwing his head back, he says the breeze feels great and nothing right now is a pain, nor does he have anything to do or worry about. As he walks down the stairs from the roof playing on his phone, he flashes back to meeting Reo for the first time on these exact stairs, where he came along and changed his entire life. But now, Nagi says it's fine and just begins to head home. While biking at night, Nagi looks up at the sky and says that it's got nothing to do with him anymore. With a Mikage Corp tower in the corner of his eye, however, Nagi is clearly conflicted about his feelings and what to do. He then spots a crowd taking photos and going wild over something new, so he decides to check it out. It's a Blue Lock Japan U20 billboard, with Isagi, yoichi, Hitoshirin, and Shido Ryuze. Shido's grinning because he took that fraud Baru spot, Isagi's roaring, and Hitoshirin's mid-play with his tongue out. The contrast hits hard because while all of them are locked into their dreams and future, he's alone, isolated, and once again empty without purpose. The next day, Nagi's in class again, head down. As everyone leaves, he keeps saying it's fine, while the classroom slowly empties. Eventually, he's alone with his head in his arms, once again trying to console himself by saying it's fine. I would like to point out though, how fake all of those people from earlier are, because they gladly swarmed onto him for his popularity, but nobody stuck around to see if he's truly okay. Any normal person would feel bad for him and understand that he's clearly distraught, but nope, these preppy ass kids have no emotion at all nor care. Anyways, looking outside the classroom window, Nagi sees kids playing around on the football pitch and scoring goals with one another. He tries to brush it off, saying it's fine again while holding his head, but he can't take his eyes off of them. He can't stop feeling unwell. He starts tearing up and finally breaks down. He can't keep pretending it's fine when he feels this miserable. Nagi wonders why he couldn't have tried harder to stay in Blue Lock. He thinks back on his U20 goal and the 5-shot revolver move, realizing moments of passion like this will probably never happen in his life again. He thinks about Isagi, yoichi, Reo, Hitoshirin, and Baru, and says he didn't know what to do at the time because it was all still so new to him. He didn't realize how much he'd miss it or how badly he'd want to go back. But now, it's too late. We get a double spread of Nagi crying, saying that Blue Lock was so much fun, which broke my heart into a million pieces. For the first time in the series, Nagi is showing direct negative, sad emotions. However, nobody's there to console or help him. He's completely alone from the world he was just introduced to, and despite all the sunlight rays, he still feels consumed by the darkness. He thinks back on all the memories and says he'll never forget his time in Blue Lock for as long as he lives. More than anything, he wants to return. He wants to sprint back right now and join again. He wants to see Reo Mikage. Nagi remembers how clueless he was at first, just chasing around everyone, only occasionally getting fired up. But now that he knows more, he wants to do it all over again. More than anything, he wants to go back to that version of himself where none of this would have bothered him. But he can't. Blue Lock's changed him. He's realized there's more to life and himself, but it's too late. With that ending off today's chapter, I just want to admit, I cried for over 4 hours due to this. Never in my life did I think Nagi Seishiro would make me feel so deeply connected and emotional for him, but here we are. Let me know honestly if any of you cried or just felt awful reading this, because there is no shame in finding genuine connection to stories you enjoy. Don't let any Twitter or TikTok losers tell you differently. If you guys are interested, I really want to make a deep video about Blue Lock and mental health, because it seems as though a lot of these players struggle with genuine issues. Football happens to just be an escape and the main point of the story, but there's no denying people like Kaiser, Nagi Seishiro, Reo Mikage, and even Noah have very unique characters in my opinion that probably struggle with issues. Two ones off the top of my head that I'm going to talk about are Nagi Seishiro and his depression, because that's not just laziness, that's not just a lack of motivation, that is a genuine concerning issue. Reo Mikage on the other hand demonstrates characteristics and a lot of things related to bipolar disorder, so if you'd like to see a video on all of that, just let me know down in the comments. Anyways, now that chapter 302 is over, Blue Lock will sadly be on another week break as we wait for chapter 303. Having the title of Blue Lock Japan, we can expect to see leaks sometime around May 26th, possibly even the 25th if we're lucky. I expect this chapter to finally switch perspectives back over to Isagi, Yoichi, and the crew as they all start adjusting to the major changes going on. With around 48 days left into the U20 World Cup, it's fair to assume we might get a scrimmage match between the top 23 players, or maybe just a quick training arc montage because there's still a lot of time to fill. I'm personally a huge fan of the scrimmage match idea because I feel like it'd be a good way to show new team formations, try out new chemical reactions, and just show the potential that the U20 World Cup arc could bring. If they choose to save those interactions and chemical reactions for the match though, I completely understand, I just thought it'd be really cool. 45 days though is a ton of time, even compared to how long the new Egoist League went on, so let me know what you guys think we'll actually get from these upcoming chapters. All I'm saying is that a little more time with Kaiser would not hurt my feelings. A couple more Shido Ryuze panels with him in that suit and tie would not hurt my feelings. As I now wrap up today's video though, I just want to thank you all once again for watching and supporting my content. If you want to keep up with the Blue Lock series or just want to help support the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like and comment, and join the community Discord link down in the description. I'll see you all in the next video very shortly, and have a wonderful rest of your day.